The cottonwood is killing me here in Wisconsin. That's how I start my day every day. It's wild, but I'm gonna get my life together and we're gonna move around and see if we can get away from some of it. I don't know if that's gonna work out today or not, but good morning, adventurers, and welcome back to my channel. Last night we pulled into Walmart and I made the most delicious, easy meal after a long day that I've had in a bit. Doesn't that look like the toe? It looks like the toe. The only difference is the toe looks bloody because, you know, it's the toe. Okay, I'm using my air fryer and I just air fried some sausage that I'm going to be putting over some steak fries. And I have some other things that are going in with this. Currently, I have the steak fries with some green chili sauce and some Monterey Jack cheese, air frying it for another 5 minutes. We had a really busy hiking day today, so we did a lot of activities. So I figured I needed some carbs to like rebuild. So I'm going to have those and then put the sausage in there and then put just a little dollop of sour cream and it should be delightful. I seasoned the fries up with some everything bagel jalapeno too, so it'll have a little bit of bite to it. Okay, so I went ahead and air fried it up. So this is what it looks like. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and toss the sausage in with it. Because I'm using this bowl, I'll take it out of the air fryer thing. But if I was putting it on a plate, I would just stick it in just like this. But I'm just gonna toss this in, stir it around a little bit, add my sour cream, and I'm ready to go. Okay, got it all finished. I topped it off with a little bit of Asiago everything bagel and a couple drops of my super hot habanero sauce. This should be delightful. Okay, I have my trash bagged up. This is about 3 days worth of trash here, so got to get this out. So I've got to find a dumpster for that today. We are ready to go. We are excited. We have a plan. We are going to go find some cheese curds today. Collie is sun's out, guns out. We have to go get some gas. I need to dump some trash. We are hyped because this is one of the things that was on our bucket list coming to Wisconsin. So it is finally time. We're gonna go north for this one. We're just gonna go check out some areas we haven't checked out before. Dimples here is ready for an adventure. I don't know what today's gonna look like. We might find something really cool. We might find something really interesting. We might find something tasty, but it is Sunday, so we'll see how this goes. First things first. Ooh, okay, so it's super windy today. It's gonna be a weird day. Gas was 309. I got 22 even. That's what it topped itself out at. So I consider that pretty lucky. We looked at the weather. The weather said it was supposed to rain north of where we are early this morning and then stop. But it looks like there is a big storm that is like starting to move in. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on this for sure. I don't know what today's gonna end up being because of this. We have been, interestingly, fighting the weather for sure. I really don't want to ride out another tornado in some random Starbucks, this time in Wisconsin. So we're gonna hope that that is not the case. I am gonna check the weather one more time before we head in this direction. This is supposed to be the scenic route, so we were hoping to like see some beauty, but like it's super windy. So I don't know how much we're gonna get to do today, realistically. We wanna go find curds. That's the whole purpose of going up this way, but also exploring the area in the next couple of days. And when I looked up the weather, it was saying that we were supposed to have some decent weather in the next couple of days. Don't know what this is about, but it's really nasty looking. It's very dark. Okay, we have a path, guys. We have a path. Okay, we started getting a little bit of rain, but you can see there's a giant plane in front of us. We wanted to try to see if we could go into this plane. We saw it yesterday. So this is the Dawn Q Inn. Apparently they have like fantasy suites, so we're not sure if this is one of those or if you can actually just go up into it. So we're about to find out. It's raining, so it's gonna be a weird day. Oh, it's getting more. Wow, look at the size of this thing. This thing is huge. So we figured that since the hatch was open, we might be able to go in it. We're not sure. Definitely looks open at the top. So let's go. Let's go see what it's like. Oh, this is cool. They have like tourism brochures inside. Duck under. Oh, wow. Oh, this is like literally just decommissioned. This is crazy. Oh wow, guys, this is awesome. I'm gonna tell you guys about this in just a moment, but this is one of less than 60 of this style planes that were ever created. It is absolutely free to stop by and check this out. You can sit in any one of the chairs here and see what the activity would have been like to have been in here. Now this plane was actually flown during the Berlin airlift and then also the Korean War. And again, like I said, there were less than 60 of them ever made. This was brought to this area in Wisconsin and it was decommissioned, and originally they wanted to make a coffee shop out of it, but it's now a little worse for wear, as you can see. But wow, this is neat. It is so cool how intact this one actually is. From this area you can see the cockpit fully with all of the little gadgets still on there, all of the dials, everything. They've only removed a few of the components, which of course would have probably been in the decommissioning process. You can see all of the various points, again, where everyone would have sat, each command post, how they would have run this massive plane. This is incredible. This particular style plane was based off the B-29 and it was built by Boeing. So lots of interesting things here. Now, of course, you can see just the things that have been left and abandoned, and it just sits as kind of like a free little thing that you can stop off at. It is very, very unique though. Not often do you get to walk through one of these and still see all of the things in them. Normally by the time that they get to us, they've taken out all of this. They've stripped them down and made it where it's a little less obvious that it was a military style plane. You normally get to see the size, the expanse, maybe 1 or 2 seats, but this one definitely has the original pieces in there still, and you can see it very front and center. It's wild to look at this. Now again, as we look around one last time before we hit the road, this has mostly been used since it's been decommissioned for filming commercials. However, somewhere in the front of this, at one point in time, believe it or not, Farrah Fawcett had actually signed a piece of this, which is pretty neat to think. Now it just looks like it has been left for the birds and the people to come in and find out a little bit more about what the military might have looked like at one point. Now imagine, if you can, this plane when it was shiny and new and how it would have looked different, and how when it was maintained for the military use, it would have also looked different. Very wild experience to see how this has decayed over time, but still stands for us today. And to think of how it would have been used during World War II is interesting. This plane has been around since like the 1942-ish time, so it's almost 100 years old. And it definitely shows and looks like it at this point. But at one point, it was shiny, it was well maintained, and it was properly stored so that all of these pieces would have looked a certain way. It's pretty fabulous. On a positive note, it stopped raining for a little bit, so I put my sunglasses back on because there's just enough overcast, and we are about to head down the road and see what else we can find. Maybe we'll find some more little things like this. That would be really cool. It'd be a nice way to pass the about hour and 40-minute drive that we have coming. Oh, there was a drop again. We'll see how this goes. One of the other things that I was noticing is when we pulled in, they say that they have like fantasy suites, and it looks as though this first building in the front, the one with the tall tower, it might be one of those. So this is something I'm gonna have to look up, just because we always like an interesting and unique stay. And at some point, I'm gonna go around the country just doing those kind of things, just to show you guys some of the cool places that you can stay. I know that doesn't really apply to van life, but just unique to see what they have out there. Don't worry, that's not for a long time. Let us get back to the van at least before it started coming back down, so that's good. Okay, it just turned off, but I had a light that came on like in this section, and it looked like a little windshield with wipers and fluid. So I went and checked the code. Sure enough, it's a wiper fluid light. I have checked my wiper fluid, so I'm not sure if it's just having a sensor issue. I haven't been using the fluid because it's raining, so I'm gonna keep an eye on it. And I just talked to Collie. With it raining and stuff like that, anything could go weird, so I'm not gonna be too stressed about it. I'm gonna keep an eye on it as we kind of go down the hill here and see if it just comes on and off. It's just kind of coming on and then going back off. So normally if I do have low fluid, it stays on. So what we'll do is this afternoon, once we get to our location, I will actually stop. I'll pop the hood as long as it's not raining, and I'll check. If it is raining, I'll find a place where I can do that, like in the morning. But whenever I left out of Texas, I checked all this, it was good. I have had to use a lot of fluid to like keep my windshield like cleaned off because of the bugs, but no more than usual. So I'm thinking it's probably just a sensor issue, but you know, that's part of it. So we're just gonna keep looking, make sure everything's good, not stress out, because I know it's not anything to do with my coolant, it's not anything to do with my gas or anything like that. So I think I'm okay, but you know, that was a little weird. So we'll be just checking it as we go and keeping an eye on it. Like, this is where we are. We're partially off into this like grassy area over here. So let's get rolling. Okay, it's getting a little bit better through here. We still have rain, but like you can see, it's trying to lift in the distance there. So maybe we'll end up with some sun yet today. We were going through this little community. I don't know what the name of it is. I honestly missed it. I'm gonna see if I can figure out what it is. I saw that there was a cheese shop here, so I thought, ooh, we could stop here, but it's actually closed. It's right across the street. However, there's something else over to the right here that we're gonna go check out while it's not like pouring on us. Here we are. This is where we are. Little signs like this abound all around town. All of the names of the little families who have come here. Again, I gotta look up the name of the town though itself. This is called Plain, Wisconsin. Around town, it's clearly a German community. They have lots of interesting things. Those signs, though, are all of the original families, and you can find them on every single one of the big light posts down this way. The cheese shop is called Block 23. It's right over here. Again, it's closed today, but a few other things that are interesting. Gas is actually $2.84 in town, which makes it cheaper than the other places that we've been to, which is really cool. I'm gonna show you something. Collie's standing beside it right now, so you can kind of see the sheer size, because it's really neat. I think we might have found the largest man in Wisconsin. I'm not sure, but he's pretty big. Who is this, Collie?
This is Tall Paul.
So Tall Paul lives in Plains.
Yes.
He's clearly a big guy. He's sitting in this larger than life chair, and apparently he's a farmer. So the Village of Plain was a trailhead for a worm farmer institute, and they brought this here October of 2022. So this is Paul. Hi, Paul. Paul here was not the only one. There were up to 20 of these overall. They participated in this like very interesting and unique like art exhibit that was puppet-like artistry. And so they had standing things, they had seated things, but Tall Paul here, he made it all the way into town afterwards. So that is pretty neat. But yeah, I think you can see why we stopped off. Not only is it a cute little German community, but also Paul was like, hey, come in, visit me. Since we saw Tall Paul, we saw the military plane, we found a German community, and now we're about to be off again. It has been a good morning, even though that light did come on and the rain is making me a little sleepy. I don't do well when it rains. I get super tired. So these are the days that like whenever I do have to drive, it's like, oh no. But also it's gonna be totally worth it because we're gonna go find some cheese. The store that we're going to go to, it said that it was open. So I've learned that in these more small communities that a lot of things are not open on Sundays, or they're open limited hours on Sundays. The town we're going to is a slightly larger community, so the hours are a bit more, extreme. So gonna get my Wisconsin cheese on one way or the other. Okay, back to the van and back on the road. Oh, I guess it would help if I unlocked it first. See guys, I'm tired. It's a tired day. And I know some of you are probably thinking, no, it's because you don't take left breaks. But I did. I took a break the other day that was like such a good break. But the rain, it makes me tired. That's how I've always been. I sleep with the sound of rain, which is probably not great for traveling on rainy days because then I'm like, oh. But I always have done that since I was a kiddo even. So the rain is like my happy place where it just brings me calm. But on today, I needed to bring me like not so much calm because I'm just like watching the beauty around me. It's so green here. It's like amazing. I'm wakey. I also have my mixed drink already. This is just one of my drink packets with some water. So we're hydrating. So we're getting alive here. A little bit at a time. I can do this. We just got passed by the Ghostbusters, guys. Like what? We're getting passed by the Ghostbusters? Like legit, it's the Ghostbusters. We have finally made it to where we're gonna have our Wisconsin cheese. I am at the Hburg Cheese, and this place was pretty recommended. It came up as a top pick for the state of Wisconsin whenever I was looking at some of the cheese ratings in the areas that we were going to. And so we're gonna see how this is. I am not sure, but everybody's been telling me I need to try Wisconsin cheese. Along the way, it has been really nice though, so this has been a great drive to get here. I have loved it. Okay, they have much more than just cheese here. They have a little bit of everything, and it's just kind of overwhelming when you first come in. I'm gonna be here for a minute, but I'll show you some of the things that they have, and maybe we'll find some cheese. They have their own mustards, horseradish and onion jams, salsas. Ooh, this is the one that we bought at the Mustard Museum here. They have some other delightful sauces. All of the ones that are like theirs have the Hburg cheese on them, which is really cool, and they're made especially for Hburg Cheese. They also have like a gift shop with all sorts of cute little items. I love the moose art. These are just delightful. They make me think of my friend Tony. These are super cute. The big cheese. Oh, that's fun. Don't mind me. I'm just utterly amused by all of this. Oh my gosh, I love this breadboard. This is so nice. I'm walking through the things I don't necessarily need because, I mean, why not? This is fun. But also, I'm looking for a patch. So I'm trying to see if they have a patch of any kind. But look at how cute this is. This one. Oh. Aren't these fun? Oh, there's a third one. Hang on. Oh, let's get that one out. I will say I am finding lots of interesting things. Again, I am utterly amused, but I haven't found the thing I'm looking for just yet. But they do have a little bit of literally everything in here, and I'm having a great time, but it is a bit overwhelming. They have tons of cute little bunnies in here. It's actually a pretty good price for this. Oh, look how cute that is. Oh, look at the little raccoon. Oh, that's so cute. Boop. Really is quite easy to make me amused. Give me a store that I can walk around that has cute stuff and cheese, and I'm pretty much set for the day. I could literally find just about anything that makes me happy in here. So I could play with toys like this one. If it works, let's see. That was fun. I can find interesting things, and if they had these in my size, I would buy them. Why? I don't know. They just look comfortable, and I like slippers. Oh no, I think they do have them in my size. I might have to be like, no, don't do it. Do I need them? No. Do I want them? Absolutely. Okay, maybe I go back to eyes on the prize. Let's go to the food. That's why we came in here in the first place. They have some frozen curds here, and then they have like the sausages and different kinds of sausages. I am good with sausage right now. I still have sausage in the van, even though this is going to be delightful because it's all local. Look at this. Wisconsin. Yeah, all of these are made here in Wisconsin, so I know these would be delightful. However, I already have sausage, so I'm gonna try to like close this door and focus on eyes on the prize, the cheese. Now, am I gonna get curds, or am I gonna get like a block of cheese, or am I gonna get both? I just don't know. Okay, here we have ghost pepper curds, bacon ranch curds. Oh, probably isn't up my alley, but Bloody Mary curds. Wow. Of course, they have buffalo. Everybody seems to have buffalo these days. Oh, but in the larger packets, they have like tomato basil. These look actually quite delightful. Look at that. They have regular ranch, something called Wisconsin Gold. And then beside that, they have the Wisco White, and then they have the white and gold together, which is pretty neat also. This is two different brands, so $6.99 for 10 ounces in this one. And this is also 10 ounces. So these are the same amount of curds. It's just the layout's different. So that's why you kind of got to look at it to get your best bang for your buck. Oh, and then we have all sorts of cheeses that are coated in wax. I think these are adorable. Also, really interesting. I wonder how they do this. This is cool. I wonder if it comes down as a solid piece, then it's dipped, and then it has this like sticker coating on the top, I guess. That's neat. Oh, even better, they have them for like the holidays too. So you can get them as like a little gingerbread man, Christmas tree, a pumpkin. Ooh, this would be delightful. A little bit goes a long way with anything that has hot honey, but like with goat cheese, that could be super delightful. And then this is where I really get myself in trouble, are these spreads. These cheese spreads are delicious. Oh, and then we get into all of these, which looked just delightful when I came in. Some of these are cheeses that I haven't tried before. I tried to try different kinds of cheese. I have not had this one, for example. This one is a raw milk cheese. Ooh, they have a delightful looking red wine cheddar here. Look at that marbleization. That's pretty. And these are usually pretty yummy for like a charcuterie day. I typically don't go with anything that's like a beer cheese like this, but that is a huge chunk of beer cheese right there. Holly definitely has found something that's her. Horseradish cheddar. That's not a me thing, but I think this one is, so I think I am going to get this. This is one of my favorite kinds of cheddar. I love cranberry and cheddar. It's delightful. Okay, we have our yellow bags filled with our cheese, and this is all from Wisconsin, so everybody who's been saying, you need to try Wisconsin cheese, don't worry, I'll show you what I got when we get to the van. More cheese than I realistically should eat in my lifetime, yes, but I do this for you guys. Actually, I also do this because I really like cheese. I'm not going to eat all of this at once. I will show you what it looks like. I will put it in my fridge. It will likely sit there for a minute because I'm going to slowly work through it. Now, whenever I say that I spent $24 on cheese, I know I don't have to justify my budget to anybody, but whenever I knew that I was coming to Wisconsin, I knew that there was going to be a small chunk of that budget that went toward buying different kinds of cheeses. Because let's face it, you guys have ranted about how good the cheese is. And I mean, I've heard, because clearly, like, I've watched football my entire life. I've known that they're the cheeseheads, Green Bay, all those things. So I knew this was like a thing, beer and cheese. I don't drink beer, so I knew I wasn't going to spend any money on that whatsoever. But cheese I was willing to invest in. So I ended up getting from Pine River the Swiss and almond spread here. This is just a small spread. I can eat this with very light crackers. It looks delicious. There were like 10 different kinds, and I really was hoping that I could find some from the same place that I get my cheese at in Arkansas, but they didn't have that brand. So I did get this one. I'm eager to try it because this will be a different one for me. Now, also, I got 2 blocks of cheese. So I got this one, which is the cranberry cheddar. This one is produced right here. So this one is going to be a nice little thing that I can just cut off a couple little pieces here and there and put it into like an airtight container. I will not be eating this one and this one at the same time, but this is the Morning Sun, which is a chipotle and garlic, also made here. The reason why I thought this one was interesting is because it says here that it contains skim milk. It also has a pesto kind of base to it, so I thought that's pretty neat. So this one should be interesting. Both of these are just little bricks of cheese, so I can again use these for a variety of different things. And then I picked up from Stone Ridge, the cheese seller, bacon ranch cheese curds, because I haven't had bacon ranch before. Now I know a lot of people probably say, oh my gosh, you should have got this brand or that brand. I worked with the brands that they had here at this particular location, and I picked out all of these different things. And then I got myself just a single sleeve of crackers because I haven't been keeping anything crunchy in the van whatsoever. And so this is going to be me trying to have crunchy. I have sworn off all hard crackers, anything like even a wheat thin, because I don't want to have like a bunch of crunching going on, but these are nice and buttery soft, so they'll go great with the spread. So now I just got to put all these things away, and at some point we will try these. I'm not sure what that's going to look like. I have no idea, but I have secured the cheese. Ooh, Collie got the Vern's cheese curds. That's a different one than I got. So white and gold?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna have to try one of Collie's curds. I'm gonna try this one right here. Oh, that's like 2 curds together. Okay, let's get a curd. This is what it looks like. Anybody who doesn't know what a cheese curd is, this is what they look like. Okay, now do they squeak is the question. Are they gonna squeak?
No.
Where's the squeak? They're good though. That's really good. We could be in trouble with the cheese.
Oh yeah,
no cheese curd incident. I'm very, very excited about this. This was a big bucket list for me. I've talked to you guys about having a bucket list. It doesn't always have to be doing something grand, doing something huge, going out and doing some crazy activity. It sometimes can be, hey, I want to eat cheese curds in Wisconsin, from Wisconsin, in my van, on an adventure. It again doesn't have to cost a whole lot. The curds themselves were $6.99. I could have just stopped there. They had the other good cheeses and I was intrigued. So that's what our bucket list was. So we checked it off the list today. I'm super excited about that. I have no idea where we're going to end up with the rest of our day. So for now, I guess we've got to figure that out. But the world is our oyster, and it's nice and sunny now, and we're no longer having to deal with the weird rain. We could end up literally anywhere. I'm glad we came to Hburg Cheese today. I'll let you know how I like the cheese as we go. Remember guys, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time. I wear the right glasses for the right kind of activity. I kind of match my cheese bag. Till next time guys, bye.